Welcome back to CBS Mornings. Our next guest, Billy Porter, is known for taking entertainment to an entirely new level. Between his Tonys, Grammy, and Emmy Awards, and his exceptional sense of style, Porter grabs the spotlight wherever he goes. But it was not always an easy road. Porter chronicles his journey to the person that he is today in his memoir, Unprotected, and how he says the arts saved him. The book is out today on paperback. Tomorrow, actually. We have it today.
Yes.
Billy Porter joins us right now. How you doing, Billy?
I'm fantastic. I'm so happy to be here with all of you.
I'm glad
the big
that you're
question
here.
was, what's Billy gonna wear?
What's he gonna wear? And he does
Don't
not disappoint. Right?
Head to toe, Tom Brown, darling.
All right, so you are an incredibly open person, or
Yes.
at least you have become that. You evolved into that. But it's different, though, when you're writing a book. You want to be open and as transparent as you are in this one. What was it like revealing yourself to the world in this way?
It was the only choice for me that I had. Somebody called and said I should write a book, and I thought, but I said, if I am going to do one, I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So that's what I did.
Why do you title it Unprotected?
Because Unprotected has a connotation to it that I think expands beyond just me, and particularly in this time that we're in, you know, in the world, all of us are unprotected. So, but you know, by the things and the people and those institutions that we think are supposed to protect us, they're not doing that. And so I think, you know, it's a way to sort of just hone in.
You know, it's interesting, because you were called a sissy, you were called the F word, you were called all about your sexuality, and you'd go to your mom and she would say, even Jesus was crucified, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be okay.
They crucified Jesus, you'll be all right. I came home with a busted lip and a black eye from being bullied. She's like, you'll be fine. They crucified Jesus.
I know, Billy, and what message did that send you as a little boy? Because you never gave up.
You know, what I understood early was that I had this gift. I had this voice, this singing voice that came from on high. I knew that. And I knew that if I could just lean into whatever that is and whatever that could bring me, I would be okay. My art transformed me. My art saved my life. Art is healing, and it continues to be that for me and the world.
But even the art being healing, throughout your career, you were told your voice is too high, you're not going to make it. Maybe you should start smoking.
That was a voice and speech teacher at Carnegie Mellon. You know, this high, raspy voice that everybody knows now, you know, that wasn't the way it was supposed to be.
You're too flamboyant. You're too
flamboyant.
Over the top.
Too extra.
I see you took none of that advice.
I took none of it.
I mean,
none of it.
Ramped it up a little bit.
Keep going, honey.
We had that moment with your mama a second ago, and speaking of rejection, for a while she rejected you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, growing up in the Pentecostal church, you know, the Bible is weaponized very often to control. And, you know, my sweet, sweet mother is the personification of what being a Christian really is. And she used the fact that God gave her a gay child to learn what unconditional love really looks like. That's what my mom did. My mom is my hero.
In one of the heavier scenes you write about, you realized that you had a fear of black men.
Yes.
That really got to me.
Yes.
Because, why, and how did you work through that?
Well, first and foremost, black men, for the majority of my life, not anymore, and let me just say that right now, that has changed, but I was bullied a lot, and I was also molested by my stepfather. You know, and like I literally just said, that's changed, and I'm so grateful to have lived long enough. Black straight men will stop me in the street with tears in their eyes and say, thank you.
Thank you
for teaching me. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Thank you for teaching me something that a blind spot that I didn't know. I see it all the time, and it's so moving. And I'm so grateful to stand at the intersection of that conversation.
Yeah, Gayle and I were talking during the commercial break about that and how times have changed. Do you think we're in a better place culturally in accepting each other?
I do believe that for the most part we are. And I think, you know, unfortunately with our news cycles, you know, they are all for profit now. So if it bleeds, it leads. So the only thing we hear about is the negative.
Right.
But what the message I want to get out is the change has already happened, y'all.
Yes. Yeah.
It's already happened, and that's why the pushback is so severe, right? Because every time there is a change that is so powerful, you get the pushback. That's just life. Y'all. That's the circle of it.
Yeah.
Your career's worked out okay. Listen, I first saw you in Pinky Boots. In Kinky Boots. Daryl Roth invited me to come, and I was thrilled to go. Kinky Boots was a big turning point for me in terms of knowing you. And then you get the role on Pose.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ryan Murphy, you said, was on your vision board.
For a decade.
And Ryan
over
Murphy
a decade.
is the big muckety-muck behind Pose.
Yes.
He's on your vision board, and you get that part.
You were on my vision board too, just
I was?
What?
yes, just so you
In what
know.
role?
And what, yeah.
All my
what
black
aspect?
ladies, you, Oprah, you know.
What were we doing?
You were just on the vision board because you all represented what could be, what was possible for us as black people. And Ryan was on my vision board because he's not afraid of extra.
Yes.
He's not afraid of flamboyance. He is one of the people in the market that would understand me and embrace the totality of me and not try to dampen me, not try to silence me.
Billy, you like
know.
being extra. In the book, it talks about your Golden Globe moment where it said Billy
Look at his
Porter
face right
peacocked
now.
down the aisle, down the red carpet, and that Billy Porter shut down the red carpet before it even began. You put a lot of thought into what you're going with.
I do put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
And it's a business, y'all.
Yes.
It's like after I did that,
Yes,
the
look at
Oscar
that.
dress.
Yes.
After I did the Oscar dress, you know, somebody called me from the LA Times the next day, and they were like, "Well, what do you think about the people who say, oh, you're only doing this for attention?" I was like, "That's my job.
That's the point.
Why are you shaming me for being good at my job?
Yeah.
I will not be shamed for being good
That's
at my
literally
job."
what the red carpet
That's
is for.
what it's for.
To get attention. Billy
Yes.
Porter, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And here's a reminder.
That is so
Unprotected comes out in paperback tomorrow. Billy, you're the best. Thank you
You're doing
so
a good job, too.
Thank you.
Thank